Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The time is now 12 minutes past 3 in the afternoon and the temperature is 23 degrees. So when I took Max out for a walk just now, it was 21 degrees. So I took him out just for a walk around the block. Not on the field, just around the block, and it was absolutely deserted. There was no one about. There was people sat down. But it was fairly quiet, so I didn't have any trouble. I've shown you my mail, haven't I? Well, now you can listen to my mother's afternoon voicemail. This is my mother's phone call to me. How long these con artists and actors can carry on this facade that they are doing, I don't know. Because the truth is going to be exposed bit by bit. I don't care what noise they make.
5 new messages and 15 saved messages. New messages. Good afternoon, Jeanette. So this is your mother again. I'm speaking to you from the landline home. Giving you the new afternoon daytime telephone call. Hope things are going all right for you. Thinking of you, Jeanette, and I'll give you another telephone call this evening. Bye for now. Have a lovely day. Thinking of you. Bye.
So it's still not stopping after I've exposed some of the truth. So we're going to have to keep going a bit further, aren't we? Until the whole lot comes out. Good morning. Was it a good morning? No. Good afternoon. Was it a good afternoon? No. And I expect my mum isn't calling so much in the evening now, so I can't tell you if it's going to be a good evening because I don't know yet. It's just the afternoon now. So I went and got my mail. We've got someone trying to rip me off with a debt that doesn't exist. They've got it in their head that I've got lots of money and I live in a council flat. I don't know where they've got that from. I wish I lived in a mansion. I actually do. So I went outside. You have got men making noise in orange boiler suits, cutting down bushes near the railway station. And I don't know what it is with the noise, but I used to get pain in my jaw and teeth. I'm getting pain somewhere else, but I'm not telling you where. Every time there's a loud noise, I get a pain somewhere. And these animals know where it is as well. And I've managed to go outside and walk, despite immense agony. As far as I know, I don't have a coil. When I had heavy periods, they wanted to insert a Mirena coil, but I've heard so much bad publicity about the Mirena coil causing pain that when I went to the gynecologist, Dr. Habib, I didn't go for the Mirena coil. And then my period stopped and I didn't need the coil anyway. And I don't need contraception because I'm going through the menopause. So I don't need contraception. I don't need coils. So basically, I went to Dr. Habib at the Medway Maritime Hospital because I was having heavy bleeding. And that's when I also had a blood transfusion, and iron in whatever they stuck iron into my arm, and I had a blood transfusion. But now my periods have stopped. I don't need contraception, so I don't need the Mirena coil. I don't need to visit the gynecologist. And every woman knows that when you're going through the menopause, you have a lot of embarrassing problems like incontinence, urinary incontinence, bladder weakness, in other words, and all sorts of embarrassing problems as you get older. So I'm going to wait till I can go private and see someone privately. But most of the time a woman has to grin and bear a lot of things and keep smiling. So I went out at just after 2 p.m. and I was wearing leggings and this t-shirt and a sweatshirt wrapped around my neck. Men at the back of the flat, and I walked around the block with Max, and it started to heat up. And in this heat, people get irate, they get sweaty, everything's like more hard work, and people are working in it, and I admire them. So I just wanted to come home, really. Walked around the block, hardly anyone about. And there was a couple of men. One had pink shorts on and he had lovely blue socks. He was walking around with blue socks on and a pink pair of shorts. And there was another guy with an old man's cap on, like Brian Harvey. And he was wearing a pair of shorts as well. And a lorry drew up with two men in it, a bald man with plain glasses, and he kept staring at me out of the window. Because there's a woman on TikTok, it's not me, a woman was wolf whistled at by two men who looked like they'd been drinking whilst in the car, and catcalled a woman, which is wolf whistling. And she ran after the car and she told the guys off inside the car, and that's something I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do that. Nobody's ever catcalled at me, and I wouldn't care less if they did. So we had a lorry. He stuck his elbow out and he stared at me with his glasses and his bald head. You can stare at me all you like. And I took Max around the corner and we've come back into the flats, and my mother's rung the phone. And when are you all going to stop this silly fake charade? Because I'm just going to show everybody what you're doing to me, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not really much interested in Wimbledon. I preferred the days in the 80s and 70s and 80s with Billie Jean King, Steffi Graf, John McEnroe, Boris Becker, and Bjorn Borg. I really am not so much interested in tennis as I used to be. I'm not. And since my big television bust, my big 32, 40-inch television, whatever it is, broke down and bust, I'm not interested in watching the television at all. Because every television I get off of eBay either packs in, gives up, doesn't work, and is useless. I mean, they're advertising beds on TikTok. I could do with a new bed, but you have to assemble it yourself. You know? You do struggle on your own because, you know, it'd be nice to have some help to do things, but I haven't got it. I live by myself, so there you go. There's noise outside there now. I don't know what this bunch of noise is. I haven't got a clue. Vehicles reversing. Don't know if you can hear that. There's a racket going on outside. I'll just take a peek. What's that? It's a lorry. It's a blue lorry. It's a navy blue lorry reversing. It's gone now. It's a navy blue lorry reversing. I'm just going to eat this easy peeler. As you get older, you just want a bit of peace. You're not worried about dressing up and fucking entertaining people and worrying about what you look like at my age. I don't give a fuck right now. Daniela Westbrook. Yeah? New relationship. Good looking bloke. Bare knuckle boxer. And it's already showing cracks, isn't it? She's on TikTok crying her eyes out. Daniela Westbrook. He's saying it's her and she's saying it's him. I can't be doing with relationships. I don't want one. Bare knuckle boxer guy. She's pictures all over TikTok of Daniela Westbrook with her new bloke. Dogs. Okay, all going off tonight, this evening, this afternoon. Yeah, Daniela Westbrook is claiming that she's suffering abuse from her latest bloke. She's being locked indoors without a key and all sorts. Crying her eyes out. It's all over TikTok. They've only been together they haven't been together very long. He likes to go out, doesn't he? With the lads. And if you're insecure about yourself, then, you know, you need to work on yourself before you get into a relationship with someone. Because if you're insecure with yourself, you're going to think your fella's running off with every woman that he meets, you know. But if you're secure with yourself, you wouldn't worry. You'd go out yourself with your girlfriends and not bother what he's doing. Anyway, hope you have a great afternoon, guys. I'm happy by myself.